Hi friends, this is Lillian. I hope everybody is doing well. If you're new, welcome. And if you are returning, thanks for stopping by. Today I want to share a, um, a project, but it is going to be a class in my craft socials that I host at my local scrapbook store with my partner in crafts, Josen, who is Little Jamis Creates, and I will link her Instagram below. But what we're doing is we have partnered with our local scrapbook store, the owner, Bobby. She is wonderful. I do Cricut classes there. I go crop there. I go shop there. And we've partnered with her to do what we call craft socials. They're happening every Friday, well, not every Friday, but they're happening Friday, typically at 6 p.m. And we're just doing different types of crafts. Not necessarily does it have to be paper, but just, when you want to try a craft, but you don't want to buy everything yourself, or maybe you're not sure what to buy or how to do it. So we've kicked that off. It's going really well. If you live in the area, close to the area, you should stop by. So today I wanted to share this little mini album that we are going to do in one of our craft socials. The original book was this. I had done this, I think maybe a year and a half ago. I fell in love with it. This little mini book is created with one 12 by 12 paper. You do need two small chipboards and then paper to cover the chipboard. And then, of course, itty bitty little embellishments inside. But other than that, it's with one 12 by 12. And I got this idea from a crafty Instagram account from Bea. I can't remember her last name, but I will link her down. And so for the craft social, we're using the new Simple Stories oh my God, and I can't remember the name. It just went out. But it's their new honey and lavender wisteria. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Anywho, I will make sure to write the name down of the collection. It is gorgeous. It is yellow and lilac with honeys, honeycombs, wisteria. It is beautiful. So I wanted to share the book that I put together. So this is the cover. In the craft social, they'll get their kit with all the little embellishments that I have created this mini book. But of course, during the class, you can do whatever you want. So this is my cover. Again, this is all, it was just one 12 by 12 piece of paper. We give this cardstock to cover the chipboard, and then all the ephemera that you'll see in here is the journal bits that will be in the kit, and then all the itty bits are all my rhinestones, little flowers, and little charms that I will add to the kit. So this is my front cover. I used ephemera, sentiments. I fussy cut some of the items and used the bits in the package. And as you could see, here's my itty bitty flowers that I had to use with, of course, mini rhinestones and the rosette rhinestones that I sell. A part of the kit, you'll also get, the ribbon. You need ribbon to tie it. And see if it cooperates with me. And so I've added pictures. I used my sprocket. I have an HP sprocket. 2x3 works perfect, even smaller. So it is a quick little mini album. Great for a gift, for a friend, for mom. I mean, I love it. I've done several of these. And it's perfect. So as you could see, this is the paper. I purposely chose this paper just to give more, just more for the eye to see, make it kind of look busy. But then I used the ephemera from the journal bits. So this is one, And I just cut it in half because, you know, it's a small book. So you tend to fussy cut and having to cut things. So this worked really well. I cut this, I put the bee here, the date I glued on, and then the heart, I added this yellow ribbon. And then the word beautiful, you know, it's pretty long. I didn't want it to crease, so I kind of cut it in half and did this. Here is my picture. I just backed it into this yellow paper and then added this little heart, a little flower, and all the little rhinestones. Again, easy, quick, because again, you don't have a lot of real estate. So here's my next page. So again, do you see how the reason I chose that background paper, it just gives it more to look at. So I matted the picture in the yellow and the lilac, added 2 flowers. The sentiments that come in the journal bits are pretty big. So I used Sweet, cut it in half because I didn't want to deal with the creasing. Cut it in half, glued it here. And then this is a full doily, so I cut that about 3/4 of the way, glued it on, and then added the bee, and then it comes with these little sentiments. So I put "You are sweet as honey." So it works really well because if you look at the journal bits, you know, the ephemera is pretty big, but you could certainly cut them down and then, you know, do a little fussy cutting and it works perfect. So here's the next page. For this one, I added this cardstock because I wanted to do this baker's twine on it. And all I did is I got 4 sets of baker twines, glued it in the back, and then glued these little bees and butterflies and flowers with bees on them. And I added a sentiment. Here's my picture. And again, here's the little sentiments that come in the journal bits. I added my itty bitty flowers. If you guys know me, I sell these and I love flowers. And then of course I added a sticker here. Well, not a sticker, a heart ephemera. I fussy cut this from an, I think was the envelope. And then of course I added all the jewel pieces. And then if you notice for this one, I made it into a pocket. So I punched and then I have a little piece of paper there. I won't take it all out. Well, I guess I could. Hopefully it won't give me a hard time. Yeah, there you go. And I haven't written anything, but totally optional. You don't have to do it. But I thought, you know, I wanted to do something interactive. Here's my next page. Again, really easy. I used some, I love using like this. It's not tulle. I'm lost at words what it is, but it's kind of like ribbon, but it's, you know, like a doily thing. And I love it. I have it in all the colors. I got this set on Amazon and it was great. So here's my picture. I did a little strip of that with the little bow. This is an ephemera. This was one full sentiment and I cut it up so it fits. And then I made this cute little tag using the ephemera that comes with the journal bits. So and then this was fussy cut it from an ephemera. So again, they're big, but you just gotta cut them up. And then, so see, this is a big sentiment. And so I used it this way. Here's that lace. That's what I was thinking of, lace. So I used the yellow lace here, the sentiment happiness. I fussy cut this because it was part of a tag. I added a lot of rhinestones, sentiments, my itty bitty flowers, and then more of the sentiments. So, and again, I just can't say enough about the background paper. I think it just gives it more of that embellished feel. And then my last page is this was a huge ephemera piece, and I just cut it in half. I love the sentiment. I added these bees, put my picture down, and then this was part of the collection as well, where I added the sentiment and hearts and the honeycombs here. And then my back, I just did a little honeycomb trail with the bee. So super easy. Again, this is a 12 by 12 paper that we score and I cut, and then I glue it onto these chipboards with the ribbon in place. And then once you have it set up, it's time to decorate. And because it's a mini album, small real estate, it goes really quick. In the craft social, we're gonna put bring your pictures, because it's just, you know, it's a different look when you can, you know, add the pictures and layer in the embellishments, but you don't have to. But anyway, so if you are in the New Park, you know, New Park, California area, stop by, go check out Busy Bees Papercrafts website. We're going to have this craft social event. I'm about to update it on the website. You could certainly DM me, but yeah, check it out. Look at all our craft socials or crop or cricut classes. But I really wanted to come on and show what the mini album will look like if you are interested in it. So anyways, thanks so much for stopping by, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.